Hi, Assalamualaikum and good evening everyone. So today we are from LAX2011 from group 47. Today we are going to continue our discussion from last week about the comic strip 2. So I'm going to introduce myself first. My name is Nurdini Atira binti Fahizar. My matrix number is 202352. I'm taking Bachelor Science in Biochemistry from Biotechnology Faculty. Next, Nasuha.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Nona Suha binti Muhammad Nur Azam. My matric number is 201786. I am from Sungai Petani Kedah. Currently, I'm taking Bachelor of Science Human Development under the Faculty of Human Ecology. Next, Azam.
Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is Nur Azam Shafiq bin Syari with matric number of 203682. I'm from Faculty of Biotechnology and Biomolecular Sciences, taking Bachelor in Cell and Molecular Biology and currently at home Seri Kembangan. Next, Ashraf.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening everyone. So my name is Muhammad Ashraf bin Nur Muhammad and my matric number is 200742. I came from Malacca and currently I'm taking the Bachelor of Agriculture in Animal Science at Faculty of Agriculture. So right now I'm at the college, I still at the college, and tomorrow I will be back to my hometown. The next is Ain.
Hi, my name is Nur Aina Bila binti Muhammad Fendi. My matrix number is 202348 and I'm taking Bachelor Science in Biochemistry under the Faculty of Biotechnology and Biomolecular Sciences. And you guys can call me Ain. And I'm safely arrived at home at Ampang, Kuala Lumpur. So yeah, that is all from me.
Wait a minute. Before that, I would like to inform that today our friends, which is Amir Izzat, can join our discussion as he is now on the bus going back to his hometown. So we will just do the video discussion with only 5 members. So I think that's all. Bini, you can continue.
Okay. So last week we have discussed about our topic and we all agreed that today we are going to continue our discussion about the drawing, the script and the coloring. So anyone want to volunteer yourself to draw scripting or coloring?
I think I would like to do the scripting for the comic.
Okay, Nasuha will doing the scripting. So me and Aina Bila will doing the drawing. So Azam and Achap, how about you?
I would gladly to volunteer myself to do the coloring for the comics because previously I did the drawing, so I'm interested more in the coloring. So maybe I will do it with Ashraf.
Yes, I can join you with the coloring of the comic.
Before that, may I ask someone to tell us back what we have discussed last week, last video, because I seem like can remember the things that we discussed. Can Acap try to revise back?
Okay, Nasuha, I will help you in revising our comic strip for our second comic strip. So the theme for our comic strip is about the water pollution and the turtle extinction in our world. So for the comic, for our discussion before, we will draw a random person who throwing their garbage when they while they driving or maybe at the park. So and then that is for the first part of the comic. So the second part is we draw a beach where all of the rubbish being collected over there, being accumulated over there and contaminated the the sea, and also the aquatic living organisms inside the sea. So, and then after that, we provide some awareness to the people about the danger about the water pollution and about the extinction of the living organisms in the sea. So that's all for the revision for our comic.
Thank you, Acap. Dini, you can take over.
Okay, so everyone agree and volunteer them yourself to do each part. So let's try to make our script comic become interesting. Good luck. Anything you can just ask in this discussion, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
Much later.
Okay, we have done draw our comic. So everyone have done a good job. So may I ask Dini to share our comic script?
Yes.
So
Give
we
me
can
few
discuss.
seconds to share my screen first.
You can take your time as much as you want.
Okay.
Yes, don't need to rush.
Wait, can you guys see my screen right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Lex, not Sam. Hey, no.
I'm sorry. Still cannot see my.
All
Yes,
right.
yes, can
Yes,
see
you
now.
can see.
Can see.
Okay.
Okay, so as Ain and Dini are doing the drawings, I would like one of you or both of you to tell the audience about why you draw like this and how you draw this beautiful comic.
I would like to say Dini would start first.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to start first. I my drawing is based on
I think you should explain the front page first.
the front page first. So
Yes, this one.
this is not my, what do we call that? My first idea. I just added something, so since we are talking about spread awareness, so I just add something to show that our comic is about spreading awareness to everyone. So this is our comic, but the storyline was based on Ashraf idea since last week. So this is my drawing. No, this is Anabila drawing, so she will explain more about this lah. Okay, Ain.
Okay, on the first page of the comic, as you can see, we already agreed that we're going to do the venue is at the beach. So basically, as you can see, the trash is mostly plastic, and also disposable mask. So can you move the slide a bit to the right? Yes. Okay. There, as you can see, there are a lot of garbage are thrown at the beach, and also from the moving vehicles. So it's pretty much shows the attitude of humans, like throwing the trash out of sight of a moving vehicle specifically. So yeah, I think this is a as you can see, we normalize. I think this is a normal thing, as we can see in Malaysia. So yeah, this is not some that very shocking. So yeah, so we move to the next comic is Dini part. See what happened next when the trash is accumulate at the beach and see the causes. So Dini, will you explain this?
Okay, so since everyone like to throwing rubbish everywhere, and the rubbish was almost what we call it, was all over the place in this at the beach. And when the wave come to the sand, and all the rubbish will pull away into the sea.
See.
So there you can see many fish. The turtle think that all the rubbish was her friend, but it is not. And then on the last page, we can see that a few people was talking. At first, they don't feel like to pick up the rubbish, and then maybe they will feel guilty, so they try to ask someone else help. And then there you can see on the last panel, everyone was what we call cleaning up the beach together. So that's our storyline. So can the next person explain about the drawing or the coloring?
Ashraf, you want to start or me?
Maybe you can start first.
Okay. As for the coloring, me and Ashraf, mostly use basics color of red, blue, and yellow to give a colorful vibe. So why we color it that way? A bright light blue color of the sky to give the beach setting of a bright day, and with the yellowish gold as ground to indicate the sand, and the color of it, like the palm tree or coconut tree on the last panel at the bottom there, and the green mountains in the distance to indicate there's another land or island with plants across the sea. Also green turtle. As for the characters, maybe Ashraf can explain more about the color.
Okay, thank you Azam for the brief explanation about the coloring of the comic. So for the first panel, we use the color, the chocolate color and the blue color to make a scene like they were at the beach. So and then the second panel, we could see that there are three characters, and we decide to use blue, red, and yellow color for them for their shirts. And also at the third panel, we could see that they still wearing the same color, the same shirts, which means that we try to tell the people that they can change if they want to. So in this comic strip, we tell the people at the first they don't want to pick the rubbish and clean up the beach, but for over a time they decide to change and they start to picking up the rubbish. Okay, so and then the next panel is about the contaminated sea. As you guys can see, the color of the sky is different from the first panel up there. Okay, the color of this panel is much. We decide to use white and gray to indicate that the pollution of the water can lead to another pollution such as the gas pollution, which means that the carbon dioxide can being accumulated, make they are contaminated, and we can see there are some of the rubbish. So we decide to use a many color for the rubbish, and then after that for the last panel, the last two panel, so there we could see that there are some people, and we decide to use various colors in this panel to make it more interesting. And for the last panel, we just use a basic color, and the sky start to more getting back to normal, just like how the first panel looks like. So that's all for the coloring. Next, I would like Nasuha to explain about the dialogue.
All right. Thank you, Ashraf and Azam, for your explanation about the coloring. Dini, may I ask you to zoom more at the first panel? Okay. As you can see, the person in the car is saying that it's okay, just throw the rubbish outside. And the second street, which is there are two person discussing about they see the rubbish, but they don't want to pick it up because like the woman say, let it be, the others will clear this later. So they think that they don't need to pick up the rubbish because the other people who will visit the beach will pick it up for them. And you can see the person who is playing with her phone. She says that she should act like she don't see the rubbish because she don't want to pick the rubbish up. So this dialogue shows that this is what our people normalize in our life. If we see the rubbish outside our house, at the beach, we do not have the desire to pick the rubbish and clear the trash that be met by other people. We think that it is not our responsible. So that is what the dialogue try. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot of rubbish at the beach, in the water, and I made the dialogue about the sea turtle. It says that the fish like his friend. So he thinks that the rubbish are also his new friends. This is why we cannot throw the rubbish everywhere, because the animals do not have brain like us. They cannot think whether it is rubbish or it is their new friends. And they will try to make friends with the rubbish and end up it will make them suffer. For the last two streets there, the dialogue, the three person are the same person at the first street, right? And the woman finally realized that there's no one else will pick up the rubbish if she does not study. So she asked her friends to pick it up, to clear it with her, which the dialogue say, hey, I think we should do something about this. Mind to ask that person? That person indicates the woman who are playing with her phones. So the the man asked the woman, hey you, let us clean this together. You mind to help? And the woman said, oh yes, sure. This shows that if no one wants to start clear up the rubbish, pick up the trash, there's no one else will do. And lastly, for the live stream, we see that the three people are very happy because the beach are clear and it's good for holiday. As you can see, the person say, this place looks nice and clean now. And the center, the man in the center said, yes, it is not difficult to throw it into the dustbin. And the last person said, that is true. Finally, the beach looks beautiful. It means that what we say, their action to clean the rubbish at the beach is not useless. It brings happiness not only to them, also to the animals around the beach. Okay, so after that we do the awareness. The dialogue we say about pocket your small trash, please dispose of your trash properly and clean as you go. Okay, that's the words that I think will bring awareness to the readers. Okay, so I think that's all. Mind to add anything? Anyone?
Okay, I would like to add few things. I mean, everything is fine. The coloring, the script, the drawing is nice. Just want to, since we're talking about pollution awareness, so I'm trying to put in conclusion about the moral or the message that we are delivered. So, as for the first strip, that it shows that we are pretty much selfish just to throw rubbish from the windows of a car, just just to clear out the rubbish from the car. But you just the rubbish isn't going anywhere, to be honest. You just throw it through the windows, I mean, and then it got nowhere to go. And then for the second strip, it shows that the human attitude that really irresponsible and reliable to others. So as Nasha said that everything starts with an action. So linear panel. Actually, as you think that, if you think that how the rubbish will end up in the middle of the sea, it's actually it start from the beach itself. Like the rubbish from the beach will carry the rubbish and will bring forward to the sea and will bring back to the other beach. It means, as you can see that, for example, plastic, they are not easily disposable. So that it could be years. I just saw an article that plastic, so the rubbish could be still in the sea for decades or more. So as you can see, the animal extinction say they cannot differentiate whether it is an animals or a trash, but somehow it's a trash. So if we let it happen, you can see that our sea, our ocean will be flooded with more trash than living creature itself. So that is why we need to start to pick up the trash, or else no one's gonna do it. So we gonna start something. We're gonna do the positive things. We need to normalize to pick up our rubbish, recycle them, or else it will end up in the middle of the sea. So yeah, that's pretty much the message that we're trying to deliver here.
Okay, thank you, Aina Bila. Before we end our session, I just like to share with all of you about the words that the idol that I know, which is C1 from Super Junior. In his YouTube channel, he always say about no challenge, no change, which means that without any challenge, we can't change anything. So if we want to do anything, if we want to change our world, if we want to change our world from being polluted, we need to challenge ourselves first. Challenge yourself first and then ask the other. All right. Okay. I think that's all from me. I will pass back to Dini as she is the narrator today.
Okay, so from Azam and Ashraf, do you have anything to share or want to say something before we end our discussion? No. So okay. So I think that's all from us. So we will end our discussion tonight, and we.
I think we should discuss on what date we should do on the next video. Since
Okay,
this is the last video actually. The next video we're gonna be the reflection. So and we also gonna having a mid-term break. So reflection, we're gonna talk about what we gathered throughout these 5 videos. So we're gonna find a suitable date for the reflection video, and I hope 6 of us can join this on the last video lah. So yeah, I think, is there any suggestions on when is the reflecting video should be recorded?
Since our last video will be submit in few weeks more, so I think we'll continue our discussion after
Mid-term break. So
okay, so
see you
that's
guys on
all
the next
from us.
video. And Selamat Hari Raya.
Thank you. Selamat Hari Raya. Happy holiday.